I'm just now coming out of my diaper bag life.
Era.
Finally.
Now you're in your country music era.
Yeah, right.
Life, it comes at you fast, you know?
Yeah, right. Diaper bags, country music. It's just all happening.
Leaders from Asheville and Buncombe County.
From the newsroom to the nursery.
We're juggling a demanding career on live TV with the demands of motherhood.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Karen.
They are AnchorMoms.
Hello, hello. Welcome into another episode of AnchorMoms. Glad you're with us. I have kind of a life update.
Okay. I love a life update.
I guess it's my age. I have realized that I can no longer listen to country music without crying.
What?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know you listened to country music.
I love
That's
country
like
music.
The update for me is that you listen to country music.
I love country music. We are now in our radio era as a family because as we drive around to all the various practices and such, the kids want to listen to the radio now. There's it's a half and half. Half the kids like the country station and half the kids like the
perfect.
The pop station. Yes. Listen, if I am listening to the country station, I cry.
What are the songs?
Every song to me is sad.
They're like, I lost my dog, I lost my house.
No, it's all like, either now I think about it either as like my own life, like falling in love, whatever, or your kids get older and you start realizing these songs are going to be about them. Like, the girl who met the guy and the dad disapproves and yada, yada. And then I'm like, oh, this is going to be like,
this could be you.
Cannot listen to country music without crying.
First of all, Ella Ray will never choose somebody who you don't like.
Well,
so,
you can't say that. You can't promise me that, Katie.
I can promise you that because I know Ella Ray. It'll be, honestly, Bennett.
One of my other children. Is this a thing? Do you not get emotional about country music?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
But I used to be a very big country music person. And I feel like I'm just at an age where I can't do it. What
do your kids say? Are they like, Mom?
Yeah, exactly. But there have been, and even when they're not in the car, like if it's just on when I get in the car, there was 2 different mornings last week where I got to work and I was like, oh my gosh, Karen, get it together.
What, you don't remember the song?
No, it's all the songs. All the songs make me cry.
Wow.
All of them.
This is like how you know you've really dug deep into your mom era when country music is making you cry.
It literally does not even matter the song. Like the other day I said, you know what? I'm just going to have to like unprogram this as one of my presets. I cannot listen to country music anymore. I can't do it.
But the pop songs now.
No, because those are all like silly.
Yeah.
I will say, I was with Bennett the other day in that Jelly Roll. I am not okay, or whatever that. The song about us not being okay. And she goes, wow, these are really wise words.
Bennett said that?
Mm-hmm. And now she loves that song. And she's like, Mom, this is just a lot of wisdom here.
Really?
In this song by Jelly Roll.
Like what? That's like, I can't take you seriously because you just said by Jelly Roll.
Right.
Yeah.
But she really thinks that one hits home.
I
think she was like about to cry. Maybe we're just like an emotional music family. I don't know.
Like a sappy music family. We're in our Christmas music era.
Yeah.
River has like a whole playlist that we request.
Okay.
Occasionally she'll hear another song and she'll be like, yo, put that on the playlist. Like, I got you.
Add that one in. Yeah. I'm just curious if it's just me. Am I just in like a phase or... I just can't handle country
songs
music.
I feel like by nature, but occasionally there's like a country song that's so cheesy and ridiculous that I'm like, I'm the opposite. I'm like, what? Stop.
This is silly.
Yeah. Yeah.
There also, I will say, did you know there's already a country song out about
Helene?
Yes.
Yeah.
That one definitely made me cry.
So there's like a couple of them. Like there's like an Eric Church one, and then there's
Mm-hmm.
like some guy who wrote a song in like he lives, I think
all of them
east.
make me cry. All of them.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like a piece of me has died because I can no longer listen to country music because I guess I'm an old mom.
Yeah. I feel like there's just so much I've learned about you. Like, I'm still waiting for you to watch Home Alone 2. I just cannot believe you didn't know that existed.
Here's the problem, though. If my kids don't want to watch Home Alone 1, I can't make them watch Home Alone 2. And I really don't want to watch Home Alone 2 once they're in bed. I've got better things to watch.
If they can listen to Jelly Roll, they for sure can watch Home Alone. Okay? Like, all right. Come on. Let's
guys, we're watching Home Alone 2 tonight.
Let's get to
for
this.
Katie.
Yeah, like I didn't know that it's not that you haven't watched it. You didn't even know it existed, which blows my mind. Second, I did not peg you for a country music person.
You know my first concert ever in life?
Not Justin Timberlake, not NSYNC.
No, before that.
Give me a hint. I feel like I should be able to guess this one.
I wore overalls.
Oh boy.
Went with my parents.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Like Willie Nelson? Who?
Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks, that's a good first concert.
I know.
Concert.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What was your first?
Bush and No Doubt.
Oh, that feels right.
That tracks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A little like, I'm just a girl,
Oh, yeah.
She opened for, that was like when Gwen Stefani was like not as big a deal.
Back in the day.
Oh, back in the 90s.
Okay, let's get into real
matters. Let's break things down here.
Real matters. Our first article today is from Fortune Well. Good parenting boils down to just 4 things, according to experts. Listening to country music. No, I'm just kidding. That's not one of them. So it talks about how, of course, there's so many books, advice, articles, all the things that try to help you become a good parent. But really, the bottom line is if you're asking, am I a good parent? You probably are.
I think so.
Right?
Right.
If you are giving your children the basic things they need, food, safe shelter, a home that's loving, yada, yada, you're probably doing okay. But it goes on to say that kids really need warmth and limits, that combination. And it was interesting. It kind of broke down the different parenting styles. We've mentioned them here, authoritarian, permissive.
They're here, right? It's like authoritarian, authoritative, which I was like, wait, it's different. Just neglectful parenting and permissive parenting, which also could, I don't know. Like everybody has there's some variations of all of that. Yeah.
But the thing was that really all of them have those 2 things. It's just a matter of like what balance they are. Like authoritarian is like low on the warmth, high on the limits, right? So it's just a matter of like what combination of those 2 things you do. But it breaks it down to these 4 things that every parent should do. Keep your relationship with your child at the center, promote their sense of self, strive to do your best and repair when you goof, and don't toss your own needs aside. So this article is saying if you can kind of stick to those 4 things, you should be fine.
Right.
You can throw out all the books. You can not worry so much.
I know. I like this. I appreciate that because, man, there's a lot. There's a lot. And I like these, and I think these are helpful. I like one of the things I highlighted, it falls under the promote their sense of self. It means tuning into who your child is, what ignites them and excites them, and supporting that rather than imposing your own idea of who they should be. I like that one. Strive for the best. And I am a fan of just going ahead and like apologizing to your kid. If you say something
if you blow up
that you shouldn't have said,
5 minutes later say,
it's okay to apologize.
I should not have done that.
I like it. These are good life lessons.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think this is, like I said, there's so many different parenting ideas and how to parent, but if you're looking for something simple, this is it.
Well, and even simpler than those 4 things, just remembering warmth plus limits, I think is good. Just
warmth
to even
plus limits.
Boil it down even more.
Yeah.
You got to love your kid, but you got to set some limits.
Yeah. I like it. Okay. My mom. All right.
Home Alone 2.
No, I'm not going to recommend Home Alone 2 because everybody under the sun has seen Home Alone 2 except for you. This is cheap, and honestly, I'm kind of obsessed with it.
Ooh.
I got this about 2 months ago. I got it right before the storm, believe it or not. So it's kind of like I sort of forgot about it. I've been wanting to mums it for a while, but it sort of has just fallen through the cracks. I got it at Target. And I was looking for a new foundation brush. What do you put your foundation on with?
A sponge.
Okay, me too. But this is a brush, and it's a flat top, kind of stiff brush. $10. Got it at Target. It's the Sonia Kashuk Essential flat
Sounds
top.
fancy.
I don't know if I'm saying that right. Essential flat top foundation brush. We'll link it in the show notes. Got it at Target. It's $10. It has like 5-star reviews, so I'm not the only one who loves it. I don't know. I just really, I have really liked it. I use it for my foundation. I'll use it for my blush.
Okay.
My cream blush. I'll use it like on the weekends when I'm not wearing foundation for my sunscreen. Just really like it.
I love it. I'm going to buy it right away. Can I buy it online?
You can buy it online. Yeah,
Great.
I bought it online. I took a chance on it because I was like, I don't know. I need this brush. And honestly, you can spend a lot of money on makeup brushes. And I was like, I don't even know if I want this brush. So like $10 seems like the perfect price. And lo and behold,
it's a winner.
Big fan.
Okay.
Big fan.
Great.
The second article comes from Slate. And it's Parenting Doesn't Matter. Tell me another one. This is somebody who is responding to basically, you have heard this before where people say it doesn't matter how you parent because it's really nature versus nurture. In other words, kids are who they are coming out of the womb, and there's very little influence that you're going to have on them. And so she is arguing against that idea. She says that it's kind of a combination. She says, and I thought this was so interesting because I never thought about this before. She basically sums it up by saying, while you can't perhaps determine if your kid is an extrovert or introvert, like that might be a nature kind of thing. You come out of the womb like that. Or a kid who is like open to new experiences. That's probably something that comes out of the womb. This author says, while you can't perhaps determine if your kid is an extrovert or introvert or open to new experiences, you can shape who they are in terms of you can help them be an anti-racist. You can help them stand up for being bullied. In other words, you maybe can't shape their personality in terms of, I am an extrovert, I'm an introvert, but you can influence their values, which she argues is more important than
some of their personality
traits. Exactly.
I agree with this. It's very interesting to me, just with my own children. You kind of feel like, well, I've basically done the same thing for all of them, right? And they're totally different people. Yeah. So I do think there is a lot to be said for a kid is who they are, right? And there's some things that you're not going to change. There's some instinctual things about them that just are what they are. But I like the way this article talks through kind of, but wait, that's not kind of the be all end all. There is more to it. And there is a lot that goes into the parenting side of things that does, what we do and show them and tell them really does craft, okay, how do I feel about these bigger picture values and humanity and society and culture? There's a lot there that I do think we play a big role in.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and I think what also is interesting, she says, if she takes it a step further, if you can understand their nature, in other words, some of those personality traits, it sort of helps you in implementing your parenting strategy around nurturing them, about instilling those like good beliefs and good values. So if you have like an understanding of how they operate, then it becomes easier to say like, okay, well, this is my strategy, kid to kid, parent to parent. So it's like the nature and nurture sort of like work side by side, right?
Yeah, and I think that it feels really weird for me, and it's taken me a while to get to the point with my own kids that I cannot discipline them the same. And there's a piece of me that wants to say, wait, this isn't fair,
right?
Like I'm telling one kid this and another kid this. And it was really hard for me. And it took me a long time to realize that, no, it's okay. I think, who knows if I'm doing this right, but my children need different parenting styles and different perhaps punishments or incentives. They need to be, I need to respond differently when they mess up or do something great. And I have to kind of be okay with saying, look, it's going to look different for this kid versus this kid. But that was a really hard pill for me to swallow, because I think as a parent, you want to do be consistent, right? And like, okay, this is what's fair this is how our family works. This is what's fair. And it's tricky when you realize that you kind of have to do things differently because each kid is different.
Exactly. Yeah. So this is an interesting article just because I never thought about breaking it down in terms of, so intrinsically, this is who this kid is or this is who this person is. But that doesn't mean that that's their core beliefs and values. That is what you can shape as a parent. So just,
like kind of separating the two.
Yeah. I never thought of it that way.
It's a good article.
Which is interesting. Yeah.
This last article for the day is a great one. It's from
I love these gift guides, man. I love these gift guides. Like if you need a gift guide, we got you covered.
Let me just note too, Katie is the best gift giver of anyone I know.
Gift giving is my love language.
She's very good. I should say maybe my sister. They might be tied.
She's good too, yeah.
She's very good. But this is from Wired, and it's the 27 gifts for the best mom you know. So this is if you need a gift for a sister, a mom friend, your favorite AnchorMoms podcast hosts.
If you're Brian or Greg, this is for you.
I don't know. Or if you're just a viewer who really wants to send us something, I don't know. No, please don't. Please send it to a mom you know or yourself. Get this for yourself.
Get this for yourself.
Okay, so there's a long list of them. A couple that I thought were really great.
Okay.
The Sport Carryall.
Did you like that?
I did. What is this company? Do you know this company?
Tell me what it is.
Beis?
No.
BEIS. I don't know. It feels like a trendy thing that I should know, but I don't. It's $88, which seemed like a lot, but this is just one of those bags that I feel like you would have forever.
Yep.
I'm just now coming out of my diaper bag life.
Era.
Finally.
Now you're in your country music era.
Yeah, right.
Life, it comes at you fast, you know?
Yeah, right. Diaper bags, country music, it's just all happening. That could be a country song, perhaps.
It could.
Anyway, I thought this was a great bag. I feel like we have a lot of bags, but I still don't feel like I have the perfect bag.
Where do you want to carry this bag? Like, where do you want to take it?
This is for, we're going to the zoo for the day. We're going to the soccer fields. Like I have all 4 kids and I need a pocket for each of them. I need like.
Oh, a pocket for each of them.
Or like the big kids need, real books. The little kids still need toys. Bennett's in the middle. Like I just need to carry around a lot of stuff, right? So I like that one. The Art of Tea-Colored Glass Teacup. Did you like that? I knew you would love that.
No, I liked all clothes on this list, just like the usual. Yep.
Okay, I liked all the other stuff. Those would be really the glass teacups would be a great gift for somebody.
They're pretty. They're really pretty.
Yeah. I also like the plum paper planner. It's a $30 planner, but it looks like a very good one.
I literally saw that and I was like, ooh, this has Karen Zakalak written all over it. You're the only person I know who was like, let me pull out my planner. Like I have everything. I put everything on my phone.
I know, I'm so old school.
And when you pull out your planner or you're like, I forgot my planner at home, I'm always like,
okay.
All right.
I know. Gregory we used one of the like online apps for a while and then we just kind of got out of the habit, but he keeps trying to talk me into one of those like digital big screens that you have at your house.
But where do you
and
put everybody that?
In your kitchen, I think.
I don't know. That's always my question because Brian occasionally will send me these things too, and I'm like, the aesthetic of this is just not good for me.
My sister-in-law has one, and I do think they've improved. It looks nice. Cuter and trendier and more modern now than they used to. But yes, I'm the same. I'm like, there's something about putting everything in the digital. I'm still just old school. I have to have it on pen and paper. I don't know. Speaking of clothing, did you pick the robe?
No.
Okay.
I actually have a good robe.
Okay.
I picked the Uggs again on this list.
More shoes.
Pick the Uggs. This is they're slippers. These ones are slippers. Okay. As opposed to the shoes. This is for the mom that is always cold. That's me. And these
are always cold.
Yeah, they're back. Uggs are back in style. Grab her a pair of Uggs Tasman slippers so she can keep her feet nice and warm. Also, you can wear these outside, by the way, if you wanted to. The other one I liked was the Pop Flex Cloud hoodie.
That one was cute.
This looks really lovely.
One was really cute.
It is $70. And I will say this, what I like about these lists is like, this isn't like cheap junk. Like they're not, it's stuff that like nice you stuff. Feel good about getting. Like they're not going to blow the bank, but they also are not
These
junk.
are quality items.
So the other one, this is not a clothing one, but So the one that they're talking about is this Aura frame. These are these digital picture frames.
Oh, yes.
Have you ever seen these?
Yes, we have one. We gave one to my parents.
Yes. We gave one to Brian's mom, my mother-in-law, and we gave one to our nanny. And then I think our nanny actually gave one to us. But they're amazing because anybody has like a special password. So I've used 2 different brands. I think grandma has one brand and then our nanny has the other brand. So I can they're both good. All of the brands seem to be good. But they're so awesome because people can upload photos.
Like it's almost like texting a photo, but you send it to a certain thing.
And there's just like a kaleidoscope of photos. And it's like kind of the gift that keeps on giving. Everybody I've ever given them to, and now they're 2 or 3 years on here. They're still using them. We're still uploading photos. This one right here, I wanted to see it. Like they're less than $200. Is that true?
I think that
less
sounds
than
right.
$300. I can't tell what's the It looks
the one we have is a skylight.
Okay, that's what I think Nanny has.
That one's good too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, the prices here are varying. It looks like under $300, $250 to $300. So not cheap, but man,
for
if you need
a
group gift from like kids or grandkids, highly recommend. That could be a mom's all in of itself.
Yes.
They're really great. So those are the ones that I highlighted. But honestly, all of these gift guides we talked about last episode, a good gift guide as well. These are good, you guys. If you need something and you kind of need something in a pinch, it's coming up quick. Log on and take a look at these. There's not a single one on here that I would be like, oh, I don't want this.
When I was reading, I was like, oh, I want that. Oh, I want that. Oh, I want that.
Yeah.
They're all great.
Yeah.
Okay, I had to really, really, really dig deep for a win this week.
Really?
I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like it's just been, sometimes you go through those stretches and you're like, whoo.
Yeah.
We're just in survival mode.
Yeah.
Here we are. But I have to say, a dear friend reached out last week to our friend group and said, who's in for a girls' trip to Phoenix on Martin Luther King weekend?
Are you going?
And like half of us were immediately like, we're in.
Yeah.
And listen, a lot of these times you always see those things about like when the girls' trip finally makes it out of the group chat, right?
Yes.
And like how, of course, we've texted before and been like, let's go here. And then,
and it never happens.
just,
But it's going to happen one of these days.
But it's going to, it is. We will take a trip one day. But my win is I immediately just said, I'm in. Okay. I have to be honest. I didn't even ask Gregory at first.
He's fine. He's good.
It's fine. And then, then you're also, especially with people, when it's one that people live all across the country, it's like, okay, logistics and flights and yada, yada. I immediately looked up a flight and there is a direct flight, who knew, from Asheville to Phoenix.
Really?
Yes, for $150. Just booked it.
That's awesome.
Just booked it.
What?
Yeah, as if I'm like in my 20s. Yeah. Yeah. So there's my win.
You're going to Phoenix.
Going to Phoenix,
I love Phoenix.
On a girls' trip.
So warm in January.
I've never really been.
Oh, I've been to Phoenix in January. I ran a race there years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think the win is just that like I just did it.
You just did it and you're going.
I just was like, you know what? I'm in and oh look, I can buy a plane ticket. It's reasonable. Let's go.
Let's go.
Do we have accommodations booked yet?
No.
Do we know exactly how many people are going?
No.
It's going to be at least 2 of us. And there you go.
And you're going.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That'll be fun. I can't wait.
You always need like a trip to look forward to, right?
Well, I love a January trip or a February trip just because, after the holidays, sometimes you're like, oh, it's the long stretch right now. I got nothing to look forward to except for like camp signups. You know what I mean?
Oh, gosh.
It's true. That's what we're going to be talking about in literally a month is summer camp sign up. So better get that girls trip in now because they're coming for you. They're coming for you.
Anyway, this is your little pass to go ahead and book a girls trip if you can.
I'm going to do it. Actually, I don't want to say it on the podcast right now, but I might have a girls trip
in the works.
In the works, yeah.
All right.
I'll say more about that next year.
Okay.
After I book the summer camps.
Listeners, go book yourself a girls trip.
Bye, guys. Anchor Moms is a Sinclair podcast produced out of WLOS in Asheville. We're your hosts, Katie Killen and Karen Zakalak. Anchor Moms is edited by Matthew Yates.
For more information on the topics discussed in this episode and to stay up to date on future episodes, follow us on Instagram at AnchorMoms.
You can follow Anchor Moms on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Know a parent who could benefit from this week's Anchor Moms episode? Your recommendations help our show to grow, so spread the word.